justice for all.
Okay. First order of business is approval of the minutes from May 14th meeting. Are there any changes or corrections? Anybody? Anybody changes or corrections?
Make a motion to accept them.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Minutes are good. Next order of business is an application review for garage. Her name is Gregory and Samantha Rath. Is there anybody here? Okay. All right, well, the application, it's not complete anyway, so if they want to find out why it's not complete, they can show up. Okay. Next one is public hearing for Mr. 593 Route 9D, right? Mr. Lindros, and he had, you're here, right? Okay, and he had to give us some plans. Last month, he didn't have stamped plans we were looking for, and he's produced them tonight. All right. In the wrong place. This guy can put on the side. This is going to be a 24 by 24 foot garage,
Yes,
correct? Okay.
that's the interior measurement,
Interior measures.
Yeah.
And the reason you need the variance is because it's going to be 10 feet from the property line,
right?
from your neighbor's property line. Okay.
Hold on. Do we ever take the interior measurements? Don't we always take the outside measurements? When do we ever take the interior measurements?
What is the outside measurements?
No, he says,
Yeah, I'm showing both there.
Yeah, show them both, yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's showing the exterior is 25.
I'm sorry?
Showing the exterior is 25 by 25.
25 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. And what, so this is 25? It makes a difference how the variance is worded. So this 24,
It's,
the 24 interior doesn't count, it's the exterior.
It's 2x6s.
Yeah, whatever the exterior, just like the tax assessor comes, he comes and he goes around the building, matches from the outside. So the building is gonna be 25 by 25.
Yes.
Okay. But I would, if the variance is approved, that's what it would be for. And there's no space above it, or storage space, or any living space, or anything else like
No.
that. It's just a garage with
Yeah.
the
We're using trusses, so there's
roof line, right.
And this is. There's two garages.
Huh? Yeah, there's another building, existing garage. It was like
Oh, okay.
it was just like used like, almost like a barn from years ago. I visited the property.
So which one's the new garage?
The one that's closest to the property line.
Oh, okay.
I see you got a letter from your neighbor, who lives at, next door to you at, let's see, Neighbors, we are neighbors of Lindros fam who reside at 593, and we are in agreement with their wishes to build a garage near our northern property line. Approximately 10 feet separates the northern property line from the planned garage. So they're okay with it. This is a public hearing. Is anybody else here want to speak about this? Make a note, nobody here to speak about it or complain? All right. I just want to go over the 5 factors. Is there any questions for anybody at this time? On the board? Anybody, any questions? We'll go over the 5 factors at the time to consider this. First factor is, what possible detriment would the variance have on nearby properties? Well, seeing that they have a letter from the neighbor next door, doesn't have a problem with it. And I did visit the property, and it's down by the river down there, and It wouldn't be blocking anybody's view, though, because you're down, so I don't see any problems with that. 1B, what impacts would the variance have on the character of the neighborhood? Well, the neighborhood is no impact. We've given neighbors our blessings, your answers. For a number of variances over the years, we've given a small piece of property from one of them to come in compliance at their bank closing. Also, we allowed our neighbors to plant a wall of trees on our property along with ground lighting so they would have room for their driveway. I don't think it have an impact because everybody has a garage there, so it's just a normal course of business. If you didn't get the variance, how else could you build? What do you want to how else would you accomplish your goal? I would not be able to build this garage for several reasons, other than we have determined such. We were first going to build on the north side of the property line, but it would have greatly diminished our easterly neighbor's view of the Hudson River, and I agree with that. So also beyond the spot, there are wetlands which feed a small pond, and our beavers would really be irritated. Well, we don't want to irritate the beavers.
No.
Okay, let's see. What is the code requirement you seek? Well, it's 30 foot is required, you're looking for 10 foot, so you're looking for a 20-foot variance. What impact effect would the variance have on the current physical and environmental conditions in the area? Let's see. Well, your answer is to build a two-car garage that's in keeping with the design of the residence. And I agree with that in looking at the property. Number 5, if the variance requested is a result of self-created hardship. Your answer is my wife and I both turned 80 this year. Hopefully you find it more difficult, hopefully you're going to turn 80, hopefully, and find it more difficult than shoveling out the vehicles this winter. We also have tree limbs that from time to time like to damage the cars along with the dimples from the acorns. At our age, these 2017 autos could well be our last such vehicles, and it has become important to maintain them better than ever. That's a good answer.
Very possible.
That's a good answer, that's for sure. But,
I don't put 50 or 60,000 miles anymore on them, so.
no, that's for sure. That's all. You're going to be around to buy another new one, no doubt in my mind. Okay. Anybody have any questions on this?
Okay.
Any questions? Any concerns? All right, at this point in time, I make a motion that the public hearing be closed. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, at this point in time, I ask for a roll call vote. Grant or not grant the variance, Mr. Stone?
I vote for
Mr. Lim?
I'm in favor.
I'm in favor.
I vote to grant.
I vote to grant. That's unanimous. Now, what happens is, our attorney has to make up the resolution. He writes up what's called a resolution. He sends it to the secretary, our secretary.
Yes.
She's going to call me, I'm going to come in and sign it. And when you get signed, that's when you can get your building permit.
Okay, good.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Good night. Next order of business is, here we go here, 69 Highview Terrace, Colston. This is a continuation of a public hearing from last month. In the public hearing last month, Mr. Lim asked about, he was concerned about drainage of the volume size of the garage. We were concerned about the drainage and how you plan to take away the roof drainage from the roof.
Yes, correct.
Okay?
And the driveway.
And the driveway.
All the paved area, yeah.
Have you come up with a plan?
Yes, so, what I did is I consulted with Beatty and Watson.
You either take the mic off the
Guys,
Oh, great. Forgot. Sorry about that. I consulted with Beatty and Watson on the issue, and I asked them for their recommendation. They suggested to come to the house and do a perk test, a deep hole test. We hired a backhoe to dig down 8 feet. It was no problem. And then they performed calculations on a dry well. And I have all the information here. I have a copy for each of you. And a revised site plan showing the recommended location of the dry well.
the driveway is going to be for the roof and the driveway water, is that what we're saying? What's the driveway going to be for?
It's for the stormwater.
For stormwater?
Yeah.
Okay. So this plan was advised by BD and Watson, is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yes. I have my architect, Don Zeller, here
Okay.
to answer any questions on that.
You want to speak to that, or?
Yeah, just as Beatty and Watson's report shows, they calculated for the, I believe, the 100-year rainfall
We're getting a lot of them lately.
to. Yeah, I know they're happening. So, yeah, I guess, according to the calculation, they sized the volume recommended for the dry well, and it's been shown on the new revised site plan now, and there's plenty of room on the site for it. So all the gutters, leaders for the proposed garage will be directed to the dry well.
Okay.
Is the dry well on the map? Where?
Yeah.
The little green thing. Thank you.
Okay, this was done by BD and Watson.
Oh, right,
Okay. And I see it's even stamped by him. Now he did this thing, so that's so I think I feel it meets the board's requirements. Anybody have any concerns about the water drainage?
So that was my only concern was water
Okay.
drainage.
I see you got two letters from neighbors here. One is at 69. You're at 69, hold on. The other's at 59, my mistake. 59 Highview, from Frank DiTraglia, D-I-T-R-A-G-L-I-A. He's writing a letter to confirm conversation about the proposed garage, and you come over this afternoon to show them the plans for a 2,500 square foot garage that you plan on building next to my property line. I understand you're meeting a 30-foot setback that is required, variance, and basically he has no objections
Yeah, he's the neighbor that's on this side.
on that side.
Yeah.
Okay. And I got a letter from, let's see, who's this from? Oh, 60 Highview, Kenny Barton, and it basically says the same thing. Where is he located in your line?
He's located. This is Frank DiTraglia. Here's my property. Here's Frank DiTraglia. Kenny Barton's right here.
Okay.
And I just wanted to point out that there's 3 lots across from me, which are no one's ever built on them. It goes up very high, and then there's a cliff right here, and then there's wetlands back here. So my thought is, I guess, because they're unbuildable lots, so nobody lives across the street from me. So I just wanted to.
Right. Well, we sent letters out to all the neighbors and everything like that, so is there anybody here who would wish to speak on that? Make a note, there's nobody here to complain. That's a good thing. Okay. I'm going to go over the 5 factors here. Does anybody have any questions on this? I mean, we went over it last month and everything else like that, as far as size, and we said we had an issue with drainage, but you took care of that. You had an engineer come and check it out, and you've got a plan and everything else like that, so that's a good thing. I'm sorry?
What's the square footage of the house again?
The garage?
The existing house is approximately 1536.
And the garage is gonna be 1,000 feet bigger.
The factors considered. Number 1, what possible detriment would the variance have on nearby properties? The neighbor to the left of 59 Highview, well, it's 75 feet away, but we have a letter from him. And the other neighbors are lower or higher and have trees as a buffer. It would not block any view. We turn any outside lights off at night. What impacts would the variance have on the character of the neighborhood? Well, I drove around the area and looked like that. Everybody has a garage. I mean, this is a little bigger maybe or something like that, but I don't see that it's going to be a big detriment, a 2,500. If we didn't get the variance, how else could you build or you want to accomplish your goal? The proposed location for the garage is the least intrusive area on our property. We would not be able to accomplish our goals with a smaller structure. Explain that one to me. What is your goal that you need such a big structure?
We have our house is a modular house and has trusses
Oh, you gotta talk
Sorry.
that thing. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. Our house is it's a modular house, and it's got trusses in the attic. We don't have any attic storage. It's also a very narrow house. So it's a modular house from the 70s. I think they've improved on them a lot, but it's 23 feet wide. So trying to park our full-size cars we use to commute inside the garage is just so tight that they wind up sitting in the driveway. We have over the years we've accumulated things. We have a lot of we're very active. We have a 20-foot boat. We have 3 kayaks. I don't have a shed on the property. We have all
Will the
of our
boat be
yard.
going in the garage? Will the boat be going in the garage?
Will it be going into the proposed garage?
Yeah, proposed garage.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Yes, absolutely, because it's tough storing a boat because every time it snows, you have to clear it off, and my
Right.
top ripped this winter, and it got flooded like a mess. It's just nice to keep everything inside.
That's the problems of boat ownership.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Boats. You know what boat stands for?
I know.
Bust out another 1,000.
Okay.
So we have a lot of things on the property. We also have hobbies, and we've been there for 30 years. We've talked about it a lot. We don't want to move. We want to retire there. I have another seven years to go teaching, and I'm going to retire. And my hobby is vintage cars, and
Great.
it just takes a little extra space. So
Oh, sure.
that's the reason that we would like the extra space.
Okay.
I just wanted to ask a question.
Yes.
On the plans that you gave us, there's dormers on the roof, and I don't see dormers on your plans there.
Okay, good question. We started out with dormers, but we decided against it.
Oh, you did? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
It's less intrusive without the dormers on there.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
don't need them.
Good
because
question.
You're not, it's not living space or anything else like that. So
No,
there's
this is not going to be
No.
living space. No apartment.
Right.
No nothing like that.
That makes it a nicer plan, actually.
Yeah.
Any questions? Good with that one? Okay. What code requirement is seek to vary? Section 175-10D, that requires 1,000-foot, square foot garage. And you're looking for 2494, is that what we're talking about? Okay. Factors because, let's see what else we got here. What impact or effect will the variance have on the current physical and environmental conditions in the area? Now, it's the same thing. I think everybody has a garage. This might be a little bigger, but, with the way your area is, with no issues for the neighbors, I don't see a problem with it. Is the variance requested as a self-created hardship? The variance is self-created. Well, you're the first one to answer that question truthfully. I got to give you credit for that one. Everybody usually says no. The variance is self-created. The variance was not needed when we purchased the property 29 years ago. There's been no building without a permit. The need for a variance is not the result of an error. That's right. Well, yeah, but it's something that you're looking to do, so, but that's an honest answer to the question. Anybody have any questions on this? Anybody have any questions? All right, this time I'd make a motion that the public hearing be closed.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, this time I make a motion, take a roll call vote on this variance. Mr. Sistone?
Second.
Len?
Grant?
Grant?
Approved.
I'm in favor. Okay, so the same thing will happen. So our attorney has to write up the resolution. He sends the resolution to the secretary. She calls me up, I signed it. She'll notify you, then you get your building permit. Okay,
All right. Thank you so much.
you're all done.
Is there a
They did a great job, I gotta tell you. Really, you came prepared.
Thank you very much.
All right. Yes, sir. You're with them? Okay.
Yeah, I was going to stop the motion, but it's going so
No.
long.
All right, well, the only one we didn't do was not complete was the Gregory and Samantha Ray, but they didn't show up.
I think
Oh, he's here? Oh, come on, okay, good. That's all right, come on up. You're ready to go. You're on the sheet here. Got you in and out. Okay. Your application. This is just for completeness. All we do is we view the application for its completeness. If it's not complete, we tell you we need things. If it is complete, then we put it off to a public, then we move it to a public hearing. Okay, so what we're looking for tonight is just to see if it is complete or we need things. Okay, now, first question I have for you on this is, on the application, you state that you're looking for a 35 by 60 garage which is 2,100 square feet. Okay. And then on the code enforcement officer gives me a letter that he denied the garage, he denied a 2,000 square foot garage. So, I want to just finish and then we'll go over each one. And then in your engineer's plans, he states the first floor is 2,200 square feet. That's your engineer's plans, if you look at them, if you have them.
Okay.
And he said the second floor is 1,480 square feet. The building's the same size, so I have no idea how the second floor is smaller than the top, so somebody's gonna have to explain that to me. And so that totals 3,880 square feet. So if the second floor is as big as the first floor, which it is, that's 4,400 feet. So my question to you is, what are you looking for?
To begin with, the footprint of the building is 60 by 35, so that is in the 2,100 square foot area.
Okay.
The roof line of the structure is an X in shape, so it's a much smaller second story, which would really just be a loft type of scenario.
No.
Oh.
I take a little bit of a question to that one. You have stairs going up.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And it looks to me, by your plans, it's an 8-foot ceiling.
It is an 8-foot ceiling, yes.
So that's the second floor. This is just as big as large as the first floor with an 8-foot ceiling. Then you have well, not a dormer, but like a roof line above that, which you could put storage also, correct?
No, that is the roof line.
That's roof. Well, yeah, but there's storage there if you put
It's
it.
just for storage. It is an 8-foot space above, but it is only for, it's not planned to be finished.
Okay, so you're looking for 2,100 square feet, I guess, on the first floor?
In the drawings, it's pretty, I can show it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Sure.
My question is to you, why do you need another 2,100 foot of storage above it?
It's not 2,100.
What is it?
It's roughly around between 1,000 and 1,100 square feet.
Well, then we got problems, because your engineer says it's 1,480 square feet.
Then I'm certain he's correct.
Yeah, but if it's the same size, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, so you got to explain it to me. If it's the same size as the second floor, it's the same size as the first floor.
It's not.
Why isn't
Why isn't it?
smaller?
Show it to me.
Because, sure, absolutely. That is the ground floor.
Right. I'm looking at the second floor, and it shows to me, it's an 8-foot ceiling, correct?
It is an 8-foot. Actually, it'd be easier for me to hand it right back to you.
Sure.
This shows it. Here you go. If you look at this first floor and the second floor house.
Right.
There you go.
Okay.
So that is. the
Oh, you have to go
second-
back to the mic. Okay, I got it now. So the second floor is, I'm looking at the upper level. Okay. I guess it's the way I drew the plans. Yeah. All right, what I'm trying to say is, it's not a 2,200 square foot garage, it's bigger than that.
Okay.
Not okay, I'm asking you what you're asking for.
Well, I'm asking for a 2,200 square foot garage with an upper level.
If that's what you're asking for, these plans don't show that. They show 21, by your own architect, by your own engineer, it says 2,100 on the first floor and 1,480 on the second floor.
I understand.
So now you're asking for, that comes to 3,600. So you're saying 2,200, so you got to explain that to me.
Well, the design of the facade of the building is really, we're trying to replicate what was there, and we're working with an architect who's come up with a plan. With the pitch of the roof, what we're permitting for is a second story that might be used for storage of my boxes and anything else, really for a loft or an attic type of scenario.
8-foot high ceiling.
Yes.
Okay. It could be any living space,
We're not planning to have water or anything else in it, so.
but it's possible. At an
with-
8-foot
with-
ceiling?
With an 8-foot ceiling, yes.
That's my question.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to explain.
Absolutely.
So it's not a 2,200 square foot garage. You keep telling me this, it's not, because I have to count the other 480 square feet.
Okay, we're not planning to use it for anything but storage, so the answer is yes, you could definitely consider that.
What you're asking for is to expand the volume, okay, of a garage. The volume of the garage by the town code is 1,000 square feet, okay? You're saying it's 22, or 2,200. It's not 2,200. It's like 3,600, so that makes a difference.
I understand what you're
See,
saying.
now, if you took the second floor off and put the roof on that, that would make it 2,200. Do you understand me more now?
I do, yes.
Okay. So what do you want to do? Do you want to stay with, you want to go with 2,400, or you want to go with 30?
35,
3,600.
36, 30, I'd like to go
You
with
want to go
35 or 36.
That makes a difference.
It-
Okay.
Can I ask a question? Why are these areas not usable on the ends?
On the second floor?
It's, yeah, on the second floor.
It's the pitch of the roof.
This is like a big dormer, big dormer.
All right.
They're angled roof and
Isn't there some space there though, right?
no, there's really not.
None?
Because I mean, yes, but it's a true pitch, so
Yeah.
it would fall down to, to inches or feet.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Oh, I don't understand that.
I don't understand. If the tax assessor measures it, and went there and measured it, and they measure from the outside of the building, right? And you got a second story, I think it's got to measure. Sure. Yeah, you're a builder. Yeah, call me in here. Get over by the mic, see?
But there is no walls on the second floor. The rafters go right down to the plate. So you only have enough headroom when you come in, maybe 6 or 8 feet, to stand. And then it'll slope up to an 8-foot ceiling. So it's not like there's 2 floors, 2 stories of wall. Only in the center, like in the middle of your attic where you have room to stand.
Okay.
That's the space he's going to have an 8-foot ceiling and frame it. You understand?
Okay, now-
Right, so there's not, right, those,
Okay.
there's 10-foot walls, I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, I think.
There's 10-foot walls on the first floor, and then the rafters go from there up. There's not going to be 2 floors of framing.
The way it
And
looks
then
on the plans, it looks like it's 2 floors of
Right,
frame.
and then, that's just in the center where you have space.
Okay,
Is there a section on the plan?
No, there is a section of the plans, yeah.
If there's a cross-section.
yeah. We've got,
In other words, if you come off center of beam, the roof gets lower and lower, so you might be walking to like 3 foot high.
Yes, correct.
Okay.
well, it throws me off is the windows, too. You got a lot of windows up there. That's why I don't understand why you have the windows.
It looks like living space with the windows.
Yeah.
So this is basically what you have. See the rafters?
Oh, okay, all right, got it now. Oh,
So
okay.
you have an 8-foot ceiling in the center area.
In the center area.
But this area is really dead space.
Okay.
That's why the calculation for floor space is less on the second floor than it would be.
I got it now.
But you still have 1,400 square feet of space
Right.
up there.
Visible space.
Yeah.
All right, so all right, so the variance we're looking for, I mean, not variance, but we're looking for is 3,600. Right?
Like, you do that total.
Yeah, total, right. Okay, thank you. I'm glad you're here.
So am I.
All right. Now, you got, the CO is in the name of Michael Mastrangelo?
That was the previous owner.
Premature.
Previous owner,
Previous owner, okay.
yes.
So you're the owner?
I am the owner.
And you are?
Gregory Rath.
Okay. And you live at 167?
Seven.
Route 90. Is this house occupied, the house there? It's
That house is unoccupied.
unoccupied?
Yes.
Okay. Because when I took a look, it didn't look occupied, the house. That's what I was trying to, so you're pointing up where that pile of stuff is on the right-hand side, like some, looks like some wood, pile of wood and stuff and all like that? Is that you?
It would be the eastern part of the property.
Okay. All right, is there anything else you needed for the
Yeah.
information needed?
I didn't see a survey in here.
There is a survey in there. It's probably,
Topographical map, you mean?
yes, but that,
Is that what you're?
that's a Beatty and Watson.
For a survey?
No. You gotta have a survey of the property. Topographic
that's a
map.
survey from Beatty and Watson.
Hold on. I don't see any, there's no,
Well, there's stamps right there.
where?
It doesn't say survey, though.
What?
Well, it's a small copy,
Surveyors,
but it
Stamp by who?
says Beatty Watson,
surveyors.
2005.
Printed. Printed, but there's no, it says very much, but there's no stamp on it. You understand what I'm trying to say? It's just a stamp, it's not, I don't see it. Huh? You got a stamp? Oh, hold on. Okay. I don't have that.
Where'd you get that, Matt?
My packet.
That's Lindra's. That's a different,
That's not yours. You got me going nuts now. That's some another one. Come on. What are you trying to test me here? Like the summit over there, and I'm being tested. That's another one. Put that one away. We're done with that one.
so, where's
I
the
guess-
garage?
Show me the survey, I guess, please. We're just trying to make sure you have everything, so when you come to the hearing, you're not gonna be,
Yeah, yeah.
Here's my folder.
Yeah, Mr. Rath, if this is what you're submitting as your survey, you don't have the garage on here.
If you flip through there, there's a couple photographs that has the positioning of the so that
You mean
is.
the Google Earth?
Well, there's three drawings there, three photographs. That is dated 2013.
13.
13, that was from earlier, and then there's a positioning of the
oh, we don't have the full, we just have a copy of, okay, I see what it is. He just cut down the size of it.
Yeah, but that's not really a survey.
No, the reason I included the photographs is there was a structure there until 2014 that was taken down. So I wanted to represent that in the first photograph, the second photograph that was now middle over there, and the third plan for where we plan to place it.
Oh, I see. No garage.
This one is stamped. What you don't have is, you don't have the regular, you don't have the full thing. All you did was take this,
Right,
you took this and scaled it down.
okay, and that has the
Then
garage,
printed by
does it
us.
have the garage on it? This one doesn't.
Existing residence,
That does have the garage on it from 2005 or
but it doesn't have the garage that you're putting on now.
That's correct.
Don't we need the, we need,
We need the garage now.
we need what you're proposing,
Oh,
but not on a survey rather than on a picture.
I was unaware of that.
Well, that's why you're here.
Okay. Yeah, I thought,
Just have them
Yeah.
put it on the survey and have them make copies and give it to us, you know.
can that be drawn into the survey? I was under the impression that it could be
Drawn,
drawn,
hand drawn?
yeah, that hand drawn, that was my understanding, and that's why I included that last drawing, putting its position. So it has to
No.
be placed upon,
Beatty Watson can do it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he can put it, he can place it in there, sure. Well, we gotta know where it's gonna go. You understand what I'm trying to say? You know, we're looking at a survey where the building used to be.
right.
We wanna look at a survey where building's gonna be.
If you look at the last drawing of the package, the 11 by 17s, I did place it into there, just so, for a reference of,
Yeah.
on that drawing.
Yeah, but it's gotta be done by, I see you did it by hand here, but
Yes.
it's gotta be done on the regular, on the form,
Okay.
on the survey, okay?
Okay.
Is there anything else we need? Anybody else, any other questions for this application? Okay. Are you all right with that? You'll have that for next month?
I'll have that for
Okay.
next month.
So we're gonna put you on the, well, first, let's make a motion this application is complete.
Make a motion.
Make a motion, second it?
It's not complete because the survey's
Well,
not on it.
it's gonna complete contingent upon him giving us a copy, a new survey with the thing on it, with the garage on it next month.
Yes.
Right.
And then would there be a public hearing on this application for next month?
Yes.
Okay.
There'll be a
So-
public
And,
hearing.
and I would only suggest that you get it in plenty of time so that the notices could go out and be timely for the meeting.
Of course.
So the secretary has to mail it to us and everything else like that, so, and then we have to put out notices to your neighbors
So
and everything like that. She'll handle that, so,
I'll get to Beatty and Watson immediately.
yeah. That shouldn't be a problem. Any other questions? Do you have any questions, sir?
No, I'm very happy, I'm happy to be here. My family's been in the town for over 100 years, and
100 years?
yeah, I'm happy to be back.
Okay, so, make a motion is complete?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's complete contingent upon him giving, providing us before next month's meeting with the, all in favor? All right, okay. So that meeting will be Monday, July 9th.
Monday, July
Okay?
9th.
Like I say,
Thank you.
and the sooner you get it to our secretary, the better, so she can mail it out to us, and then, and you'll be all set.
Wonderful.
Like I said, letters will be sent to your neighbor in case anybody has any objections or anything else like that. They'll be able to have a chance to come in, or questions to be able to come and ask you. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. All right. Anybody want to make a motion?
I'll make the motion.
About what? Meeting adjourned?
Adjourned.
Second.
All in favor? Okay, that's it.